Our first keynote speaker is the CEO of Darwin CX, Lynch. Liam brings deep experience across finance, operations, and growth. As former corporate CFO and division CEO at the John Gore organization, he played a pivotal role in scaling Broadway.com's software and ticketing business. He's both an operator and an investor backing seed and growth stage companies across media, e-commerce, software, and AI. Liam understands what it truly takes to build and scale enduring companies. And, just chatting with him earlier, outside of this incredible work that he does, his wife and he are incredible philanthropists. They give back to the community, which I think is fabulous. They support initiatives that improve children's lives and preserve cultural heritage through their family foundation. Now take a look at the video, and then as Liam makes his way up.
This event today is really about you, our clients, our users, and our partners. This user conference isn't just a showcase. It's a once-a-year moment where we step back, listen, and set priorities. You want less friction, you want clear roadmaps, you want more visibility into the product strategy. You also want new tools. And you want to understand the macro trends of AI. I'm here to tell you we hear you on that.
When we started our digital subscription model, we really had problems to connect all the different channels and products. And once we started to work with Darwin Flyby, we could have a single point of truth. We could see our customers they are.
We've been in the midst of a lot of change, but I find that there's a consistency of spending a lot of time in Darwin. So the great thing about Darwin is just moving everything into sort of digital space, getting better insights, and having the flexibility to improve our business overall.
Some of the best ideas we've ever built came from conversations like this, at events like this one. Tell us what's working and tell us what's not working, and that's how we're all going to get better.
Thanks, Jake. All right, good morning. Thank you, Jake, for that kind introduction, and welcome all of you to Toronto. There's a line in the James Bond film Skyfall that I happen to like, some of you may know, and he talks about when he returns to his childhood home in Scotland, the Skyfall state. And there's a feeling for us here of being a homecoming, of returning to where it all started here in Canada. So that's how it feels for us. Darwin is a Canadian company. We're Canadian born, we're Canadian proud, and this is where it all started. So thank you all for being here. Many of you have traveled a long way from different countries, from different time zones. Some have had some challenging travel journeys. So we appreciate you coming. And we know we have very different businesses here too that have come here today, but we're all here for the same reason. And that comes down to connecting with people. Before we get really rolling today, I want to acknowledge a few people who have helped us on the Darwin journey. Specifically our chairman, Tom Jenkins, who many of you know well, who has built an iconic Canadian B2B software company called OpenText. And they operate globally, very big company, 25,000 employees. So we have the benefit of his wisdom and experience that we get to tap into on a regular basis. Also, we have our board members, Richard Black and Rich Jacobson with us. And Richard Black is also our key institutional investor from First Ascent Ventures, which is the most notable, really, B2B software investor out of Canada here. So we're delighted to have them here with us today and also deeply appreciate their support. And they really believe in what we're building. So as I mentioned, today truly is about people. And you're going to hear from some really remarkable people, including we're very fortunate to have a particular individual, General David Fraser, who we'll hear from next with Tom Jenkins, who has spent his career leading people in some of the most complex and difficult situations imaginable. And we'll hear a little bit about that and what it takes to have courage during difficult situations and what leadership really means. Also, we're very thankful, and the reason we're here is because of our clients and our partners, who are themselves navigating enormous change in publishing and in media and also in membership organizations. And of course, none of this is possible without our Darwin team, the people who build the systems that keep this ecosystem running. So we deeply appreciate their commitment and their support. So as we know, technology does matter, but in the end, it's really all about the people behind it. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. And it'll follow the story that you see here on the slide about getting across the river safely. And that means having a bridge that is stable and making sure that that crossing is safe and then what lies ahead afterwards. So that's the theme that we really focus ourselves on and we talk a lot about, is getting across the river safely and then what lies ahead. So we'll start talking a little bit about what it means about stabilizing the bridge. When you're younger, sometimes you come to conferences and it's about the socializing. Maybe it's nice to have a day off from work, have some coffee and tea. But when you get a little bit older, you realize something else. You realize that these conferences are about talking about how to solve problems. You realize that life isn't always very easy. Companies and organizations, they go through their own life cycles themselves. Industries change. Markets move very fast. So you start to appreciate things a bit more. And these are opportunities to really share those stories together and those commonalities. And for me, that's what I've really realized, that since we've been doing these events, is that those conversations have an impact. The follow-ups matter. The partnerships last. And the problems we solve together really make a difference. So the people that I've been able to meet and fortunate to meet along the way are the ones that are helping us solve problems together. And that's what our community of publishers and the Darwin company ecosystem are all about. How do we get across that bridge safely together? So when we talk about stabilizing the bridge, what we really mean is this: before anyone crosses the river to a modern platform like Darwin in the cloud, the bridge itself has to be strong and stable. That means investing in fundamentals such as safe data, migration, reliable API connections, and proper training for the teams operating the system both internally and then externally. So we've been very fortunate over the last number of years to be able to invest significantly into making sure that these transitions happen safely. In fact, we actually just recently completed a migration in 2 weeks, including the data migration, integrations, and training. Now, I can't say that it's always going to be 2 weeks, but I think that's a testament to the dedication of our team and the advanced tools that we have to be able to transition clients safely, which is great because it gets clients dramatically faster to time to value, which is where we want to get our clients to. So from the beginning, we also knew something was very important. We're very proud in our Canadian heritage. We have our engineering staff here. We also have our customer success here, but we couldn't just be a local company. We knew that our clients operate across borders. Our clients operate across different languages and different markets. So we built Darwin the same way. Hence why we've got a really strong presence locally also in the UK, in Germany, and also the US too. So every strong structure needs a keystone, and that's something that really holds the system together. That has really been our strength, is focusing on what the keystone is, because that means that we can get the best ideas and generate the best ideas from all of our local markets and partners and clients. We're really the best of the best in a way, and we're really proud of that we've been able to take the best practices, the best thinking, and the best people and pull them together into a global organization that has a global platform, but thinks and acts locally in terms of engagement with clients and also the product itself and the customizations. So those elements, customer growth, team expansion, product investment, and platform stability, those are the keystones and the principles that support Darwin. One of the privileges that we have operating on this global basis is that we can see the industry up close and see the trends across different geographies, across North America, across Europe, across UK, across the many markets. And the truth of the matter, which won't be a surprise to all of us, is that there is more industry than ever. There is more change than ever in the industry right now. But we know that our clients are not sitting still. They're innovating, they're experimenting, and they're rebuilding their businesses for a new era. And part of our job at Darwin has been expanding the platform and our team so we can support that change. And in this regard, reliability really does matter. It's not just a philosophy or statement, but it's operational for us. So this is a slide that I wanted to show, and hopefully we can see it okay. It's a little bit of a, as we like to say, it's a little bit of an eye chart. You know, the optometrist has to make sure that you get your right glasses to be able to see it, but hopefully you can see this. And what it represents is how our teams have actually improved our response times and operational maturity. So you can see from the slope of the line, which is quite dramatic, that it's improving, which means this is our ability to start a ticket to fix a bug has improved by about 75%, which is quite phenomenal. So hopefully, you know, our clients are feeling that really improved response time and the ability to fix a ticket, which any bugs are listed as tickets. We also focus on improving how quickly new ideas move from an idea to production, and cycle times really matter in this regard. So when we start a job to complete a ticket, we're completing them now on average in about 1 to 2 days, which is opposed to previously about a month. So this is the practical output and the success that we've been able to generate based upon focusing on those processes and the people. So this enables us to deliver these improvements much faster, to also get time to value sped up. Another major focus of ours at the organization has been automation. We've heard from clients, how do we automate processes? We need to be as efficient as possible. So this chart relates to the automation of a marketing campaign. And as you can see here, we have now a 99.3% success rate in automating those campaigns. So this means it reduces the need for manual intervention. Last June, it was about 88.7%, which you might say, well, that's not bad for automation, right? It's pretty good. But the other 11.3% of the time, the jobs are getting done, it just takes manual intervention, which creates extra work, cycle times, and delays. So we're very proud that all this work and effort is leading to much higher automation, which is also great for the entire client base. Also, I'd like to say too that, as some of you know, when we really focus on local markets and we have our local leaders, we really focus on customizing the product for those local markets and continue to roll out features, including we have some new features, customizations that are specific to the UK and Germany that are wrapping up now in the next 6 to 8 weeks. So those will start rolling out too. And they have been tested and also in a really good place. So we feel really good about those. So we continue to apply this methodology to new features too that we're releasing and new customizations. So the next phase of the journey is what we call crossing the river, and that's moving from legacy systems to modern infrastructure and doing it very carefully. So migration is never simple. Many of you have done it. Some have it coming up soon, but our goal has always been very clear. Make sure that we have migration without disruption of your business. So that's helping clients move from legacy systems to modern platforms while protecting their operations. We've been able to dramatically reduce the amount of time it takes to migrate once it starts. So we do a fair amount of time getting ready to start. We're really rigorous about that process and discipline with customizations, training. But once we start, we're really speeding that up. And we've been able to do that because of AI tools that we've built, which is for data migration and then configuration automation. So that ensures that we have integrity of our data, so you don't lose your data, like balancing down to the penny, and also speeding up the transformation. So when you come across with all your connections on APIs, making sure that we do that with the highest level of fidelity is really, really critical. And we take that very serious because that's the lifeline of your business and your cash flow. So migration is not the finish line, it's the foundation. And once that foundation is in place, organizations can begin transforming how they operate. So what we're seeing with our clients in this next phase of using a modern platform like Darwin is that the focus shifts to how do we grow our business? And clients are now able to expand subscription models, launch new products faster, experiment with pricing and bundles, and reach new audiences. They can build communities, events, memberships, commerce, and other lines of business around their audience. The modern platform becomes the engine that allows those opportunities to scale. And that brings us to the next chapter. What comes next? You're going to hear a lot about that today too, which is very exciting. Because once stability and migration are in place, the focus shifts to growth and modernization. And this is where modern infrastructure becomes a strategic advantage, moving from migration to modernization, from stability to growth. And one thing we consistently hear from leaders in this industry is this: the challenge is no longer whether the audience exists. The challenge is how to unlock the full value of that audience relationship. So as we know, the industry itself has evolved. 10 or 15 years ago, most publishers had a simple model. You sold a subscription, maybe print, maybe digital. Today it's very different. We know you're running communities, selling print, digital memberships, events, commerce, and experiences, all around a single audience relationship. So the modern media company is no longer built around a single product, it's built around the audience. So when we talk about Darwin, it's not really about software. It's about helping this industry adapt and innovate, helping our clients move faster, helping simplify complexity, helping build the next generation of media businesses. And the innovation we're seeing from many of you right now is incredibly exciting. So the future of media will belong to organizations that understand their audience best and move fastest. So over the course of today, I encourage you to listen to the speakers, share your experiences, and spend time with each other. Because the best part of these conferences, as you heard in the video, isn't the slides, it's the conversations between them. So thank you for being here, and welcome to our home here in Canada.